Hi, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Here is the haul that I want you all to see. I cannot believe how lucky I am. I went into a mega thrift store, and their prices they vary, but I generally don't find very many crafting materials there. And among the household items, I run across all of these Tim Holtz, 28 of them in excellent condition, and a couple of scrapbook.com's ink pads as well. These were divided into two packages. I paid $4 per package. So for $8, I got 30 ink pads. Now that seemed pretty incredible. But then I also got, for $4, I got all these acrylic bases. Look like they've never even been used. I think that's pretty cool. I got this spool of thread. It's very soft, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to play with. I paid $2 for this. And then there's more. There's lots more. I got these were mostly $2. There's some llamas. There's a flamingo, an ostrich, and there's something that says "What you been up to." These are stamps. Let's see, I'll try to show you the stamps. And these are birthdays and sentiments that you can stamp. I got die cuts. I'll show them last. And these were in these nice clear folders, which is excellent. My daughter was with me and she said, "Do you think that's a pretty good buy?" I said, "Oh yes." And this one's got kind of a mixture of stuff, so I don't know if they didn't know what to do with it, or there's some odds and ends die cuts in here. And looking at it, it looks like it may form an iris, if I'm looking at it right. I'll probably run it through and see what I get. But on the other side, I've got some different textures and flowers. And we found this one with stars. It's got quite a few quotes or sentiments in there. And that one was a single-sided one. And then for the die cuts, I got coffee cups and a coffee pot. And I feel like there might be more than that in there. I haven't opened it yet. Got this really pretty butterfly, like a string of butterflies. And there's also some edges in here. There's another one that's a card on the back. So this one feels kind of heavy, like it might have a little bit more in between. It's thick. And then I got the crosses. So I think these were $10 total. I got a full pad open stationery paper. It has kind of a parchment look to it. And then I got this paper pad. Still has its original seals on it. It was $2, but let's see if I can get it. I got too much stuff on my desk right at the moment. But you know how that is. When you go thrifting, I haven't been thrifting in quite some time. And I really didn't need some of this, but look at this. This is just beautiful paper. And what I really liked about it, it's got the foil on it, but it also has these beautiful leaves, and I think I'll enjoy those a lot. And it's very heavy cardstock. And it's two-sided. So that's nice stuff for $2. That's some really nice stuff. I'm not sure how much it cost originally, but I doubt I could have done much better anywhere. And then there's more. I paid $4 for this stamp. It says thankful, and then it has looks like some Chinese or Japanese writing, musical notes, a daisy, a poppy, and the definition of happy. I think that's got lots of potential. Found a real pretty leaf. This one was 99 cents. And I have more stamp pads. This one came from a different thrift store, and all that's in here, I paid $14 for all of this. These stamp pads look like they're still sealed. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. A few of them are open. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These metallics are nice. There's 10, 11. So 11 different stamp pads. To go with the 30 I already have. So obviously I'm going to be putting stamp pads in a designated little storage box because they have outgrown their area now. I used to have 3. And then I have all of this embossing from Stampin' Up. There's Stampin' Up embossing powders. I've got gold embossing. That's embossing. All of this is embossing powders. So I guess it's time for me to buy another heat gun. I had one and I no longer used it. When we cleaned out our attic, I said, okay, I'll sell this. And of course, as soon as you sell something, you know, you start doing something different and you could have used it. But I've got lots of metallics in here. Just, I could do a lot with this. So I will definitely be getting myself a new heat gun. I don't think I'll be able to thrift it. I looked around to see if there was one there, and I did not find. I even looked like it with the hair dryers, just thinking, okay, it could have gotten in with that, but I didn't see it. But I mean, $14 for all that? That's insane. And when I got home, my husband said, "Did you have a good time?" And my daughter said she's probably going to be in trouble. And he said, "Well, how much did you spend?" And I said, all in, I spent like $130. And I said, I spent probably about $50 on craft supplies. But then I pulled these up and I showed him how much each one would have cost if I'd have bought it new. And he was like, oh, okay. He said, well, just be good the rest of the month. You know, just remember you've already spent your craft money. I said, okay. But I was so surprised and so happy with my find. It's crazy. And there's these shoes that I really, really love. And it's Keen brand. And I have never bought a pair that ever hurt my feet, and I love them. And I got hiking boots. I've had 5 pair total. And my daughter was looking at shoes while I was looking at the craft stuff and determining, what I was going to buy out of this big stash. I didn't take it all. I left some. And she found me a pair of Keen sandals that I had looked at, and I said, no, I'm not going to pay that much for them because they were $130. These shoes look like they had hardly ever been worn, and I paid $15 for them. And when I told my husband I had gotten my sandals for the year for $15. He looked at me. He said, "I can't believe you find things like that." And I said, "Well, Martine found them for me, but they were my size and they fit well." And I looked it up, and they sold brand new for $130. So it was a good thrift day. I think that was probably one of my favorite Mother's Day things, that I got to go shopping and have had so much fun. So, and look at all this. It's insane. I can't wait to play with it. So I am going to let you go. And I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching my haul. I was so blown away and so excited about it. I just wanted to share it with you, because it doesn't happen like that every day, that you find such a good deal. And we went to 2 different stores, like I said, and I'm just so excited. So until next time, be well, my friends. Have a great day.